Hi everyone, and welcome to the mark annotation use case with WritePick. There are a lot of reasons why we would want to annotate a specific mark on a dashboard. And the challenge here is that Tableau is really good at visualizations, as we know, and allows us for extensive tooltips. We can right away see the numbers. But the problem is that not every time we get the answers just from the numbers, and we may need to provide additional context or a qualitative representation of what we actually want to see there. And that's exactly what we're going to see and are actually already seeing this use case, because I already have some submitted annotations. For example, over here, I have some shipments using the Tableau Superstore example. I have some shipments that are late. And late by a few days, and I was able to come here with WritePick and provide more detailed context on why this value is like this. So with WritePick over here, I've configured it in a way that I can provide a comment and a priority that I should address that particular shipment information. And for example, let's jump into a different quarter, so it changes our visualization, and in here I also have some additional shipments that may require analysis. So for example, this one is also shipped late with 7 days, so I would like to provide a comment on it. So I can see by clicking on it that WritePick is reading that mark, one mark of the 555 that are available, and I can exactly see that Belgium is there selected. And now I can just simply say that this is way overdue, so we need to look into it ASAP, and set our highest priority that I have defined here in the predefined field, and then I'll submit that information. After submitting that, we're going to see WritePick triggering the auto refresh of the data source, and right away our data is there on the visualization, and I can see the highest priority, and I can even see the username of the person that made this comment. This is using the historical audit table from WritePick. Right, so if I do need to update more fields at the same time, for example, these ones over here were shipped late but only took 2 days, so I'm going to select all of them, and all of them over here come up in WritePick, and now I can say that okay, so it's just 2 days after the shipment date. It's a first class. First class should come up in 1 or 0 days, but it's not too critical. Perhaps it could be because of a special sale or something like that, so I can say that no concern, special sale offerings, and then I can say that okay, so let's give this a low priority, it doesn't impact our shipments too much, so I'll just submit like that, and all of them of course get the same comments and the same priority as well, and the same username because they were all done by me just now. Right, so as you can see, it's very straightforward, and we can now just keep working on the rest of the shipments, analyzing outliers. For example, these ones over here don't really need anything. I can just either not provide a comment or say that's not applicable, no priority at all, everything is good. I can just keep working on them, on the rest of them, because these ones are good. But yeah, so to get to this point, and this would be the perspective of an end user, someone that will be on the dashboard using WritePick to provide the annotations. To get to this point, we need to configure WritePick for this purpose. And the configuration for this one is actually quite simple, because we just have 2 fields, and we're reading the country, ship mode, order date, and order ID from the view. We could just be reading, I'm guessing, the order ID and the order ID and the order date. They are the lowest levels, or the key identifier to link the data back on the dashboard. But for additional context, I'm also reading the country, the sheep mode as well. Then on here, I just simply gave these days to sheep comment. So I'm providing comments on the days that an order took to ship. And this is the name of my table in my database. Then I have the comment field, which is a text field, and then the priority field, which is a predefined. And as you can see in the options on the dropdown are urgent, mid, low, and not applicable. Lastly, there's the inline form. As you can see, the form is built into the dashboard, and the mark required option is enabled because we do need to select some marks before submitting the comment. As for the auto refresh, of course, we also have it enabled. As you saw, we were getting the updates right after submitting the data, and we were updating exactly the data source that contains the write-back data. In terms of the worksheets, I initially built the worksheet without write-back in it, okay, because the first time I built the dashboard, write-back is not there. I built a worksheet, and then once the worksheet is built, I create the write-back configuration just like I showed you. And this write-back configuration, it basically allows us to provide the comment, right? And that's the field that I bring in here. So I have the comment showing up here. I just simply have an alias for the null values, saying that there's no comment yet. As for the priority, it is set there on the color and shape. So it shows according to, sorry, it's on the color and detail. On the shape, I have the comment to change from a plus to a circle to show if there's a comment there already or not, and the color representing the priority. For the data source itself, I can show you how I built it. I'm just using a left join over here, and it's a left join between the original source of data, so the shipment information, and the actual write-back table. It's a left join on the order ID and the order date. Again, just as I mentioned before, it could just simply be on the order ID, but for this case, just for a more consistent join, I join on both. And to get the username, I am joining the write-back table with the historical audit table. That this way, linking them on the identifier from the write-back table, I get the username that's making the changes. So if somewhere over here, I should have the username column. There we go. And this way, I'm then building the tooltip, as you saw. The tooltip showing the username, the priority, and the comments. So as you can see, very quickly we can bring in an annotation use case to Tableau using write-back, and seamlessly integrate it in our dashboard to show to allow the users to provide those annotations or comments. And this is not limited just to a comment field and the dropdown. If you need more fields, of course, you can provide. If you need numeric fields, you can also place them on the form. It's really up to you to build these according to the needs of your use case. But yeah, it's very straightforward. If there's anything that you need help with, just let us know, and we'll gladly help you on that regard. And without further ado, thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next use case. Thank you.